Most seniors unknowingly raise their blood pressure every morning, and doctors rarely warn about this. Now think about that for a moment. Something you do every single day, without thinking, without
questioning,
without realizing, could be quietly affecting your heart. Now imagine this. You wake up in the morning, you open your eyes, you begin your day, everything feels normal, nothing feels wrong. But, inside your body, your system is going through a critical transition. Your blood pressure is shifting, your circulation is adjusting, your body is moving from rest to activity. Now here is the important part. This moment right after you wake up is one of the most sensitive times for your body, especially after the age of 60. Now imagine making a small mistake right at this moment. Now your system reacts. Now your blood pressure responds. Now your heart has to work harder. And the problem is you will not feel it. There are no clear warning signs, no immediate pain, no strong signal telling you something is wrong. Just a silent change that happens again and again, every single morning. Now think about this. If something is repeated daily, it becomes a pattern, and that pattern shapes your health over time. Now imagine this: millions of people wake up every day and follow the same routine without realizing that one small habit could be putting pressure on their body. Now here is something very important. After 60, your body does not respond the same way it used to. Your blood vessels are less flexible, your system is more sensitive, your body needs more support. Now imagine ignoring that. Now imagine treating your body the same way you did years ago. Now your system struggles to keep up. Now your balance is affected. Now your blood pressure may rise. Now here is the key idea. It is not one big mistake, it is one small habit repeated daily. Now imagine that habit happening every morning. Now your system is under stress, again and again. Now over time, this builds up. Now your body has to compensate. Now your heart works harder. Now your blood pressure becomes harder to control. Now here is something most people miss. They focus on diet, they focus on medication, they focus on exercise, but they ignore their morning routine. Now imagine changing that. Now imagine understanding what your body actually needs right after you wake up. Now your routine becomes smarter. Now your system responds better. Your body feels more balanced. Now here is something very important. This is not about doing more. It is about doing things correctly. Now imagine adjusting one small habit. Now your body responds differently. Now your system becomes more stable. Now your blood pressure becomes more controlled. Now think about this. If something is simple, you will repeat it. If something is complicated, you will avoid it. Now imagine fixing something simple. Now your routine improves. Now your body adapts. Now your system improves. Now here is the key idea. Small changes create real results when repeated consistently. Now imagine waking up and following a better routine. Now your body starts the day in balance. Now your system feels supported. Now your circulation improves. Now your blood pressure becomes more stable. Now here is something very important. This is not about fear. It is about awareness. Now imagine knowing exactly what to avoid. Now you are no longer guessing. Now you are making informed decisions. Now your body responds. Now your system improves. Now in this video, you are going to discover the simple morning mistake that raises blood pressure in many people over 60, what it does inside your body, and what you should do instead to support your heart and your overall health. Now imagine finishing this video and looking at your morning routine differently. Now you are not just waking up, you are protecting your body. Now you are not just following habits, you are improving them. Now you are not ignoring your system, you are working with it. Now here is the final thought. Your morning sets the tone for your entire day, and when you get that right, everything else becomes easier. Now ask yourself, are you starting your day the right way? Because sometimes one small change in the morning can make a big difference over time. And that is where real improvement begins. Now let us talk about the mistake, because once you understand this, everything about your morning routine will start to change. This is something very simple, something very common, something millions of people do every single day, and that is waking up and immediately getting out of bed too quickly. Now think about this. You wake up, you open your eyes, and within seconds, you sit up, you stand up, and you begin moving. It feels normal, it feels automatic, but inside your body, something very important is happening. Now here is the key idea. When you are lying down, your body is in a resting state. Your blood pressure is stable. Your circulation is calm. Your system is relaxed. Now, the moment you wake up, your body begins to transition from rest to activity. Now your heart rate changes. Your blood pressure starts adjusting. Your circulation shifts. Now imagine giving your body time. Now your system adapts smoothly. Now everything stays balanced. But now imagine rushing. Now your body does not have time to adjust. Now your system reacts suddenly. Now your blood pressure can spike. Now your heart has to respond quickly. Now your circulation becomes unstable for a moment. Now here is something very important. After the age of 60, your body does not adjust as quickly as before. Your blood vessels are less flexible. Your system is more sensitive. Your body needs more time. Now imagine ignoring that. Now imagine forcing your body to move too quickly every morning. Now this becomes a daily stress. Now your system has to compensate again and again. Now over time, this repeated stress begins to affect your body. Now here is the key idea. It is not one sudden event. It is a repeated habit. Now imagine doing this every morning without realizing it. Now your system is under pressure every single day. Now your blood pressure may start to rise. Now here is something most people miss. They think blood pressure is only about food or medication, exercise, but they ignore how they start their day. Now imagine fixing that. Now imagine giving your body time to adjust properly. Now everything changes. Now let us look at the simple solution. Because
this is where it becomes practical. When you wake up, do not rush. Stay lying down for a few seconds. Let your body wake up. Let your system adjust. Now slowly sit up. Do not stand immediately. Sit at the
edge of your bed. Pause for a moment. Now your circulation adjusts. Now your system stabilizes. Now your blood pressure begins to balance. Now after that, stand up slowly. Now your body is ready. Now your system responds smoothly. Now everything feels more stable. Now here is the key idea. This small change takes less than a minute, but when repeated daily, it can make a real difference. Now imagine doing this every morning. Now your body adapts. Now your system becomes more stable. Now your blood pressure becomes more controlled. Now here is something very important. This is not about
doing more.
It is about doing things correctly. Now imagine changing just this one habit. Now your routine improves. Now your body responds. Now your system improves. Now your overall health benefits. Think about this. If something is simple, you will repeat it. If something is complicated, you will avoid it. Now imagine choosing something simple. Now your consistency improves. Now your results improve. Now here is the key idea. Consistency creates results. Now imagine building this habit every morning, without effort, without stress. Now it becomes automatic. Now your system benefits. Now your body feels more balanced. Now your day starts better. Now here is something very important. This mistake may seem harmless, but when repeated daily, it can have an impact. Now imagine correcting it. Now your system becomes more stable. Now your body works with you, not against you. Now let us take a step back. You wake up, you stay still for a moment, you sit up slowly, you pause, you stand gently. Now your body adjusts naturally. Now your system remains balanced. Now your blood pressure stays more stable. Now imagine doing this consistently. Now your body learns. Now your system adapts. Now your health improves over time. Now here is the final takeaway. It is not about big changes. It is about small habits done correctly every single day. Now imagine starting tomorrow. Now imagine changing this one thing. Now your morning improves. Now your system improves. Now your body responds. Now your blood pressure becomes more stable, and that is where real improvement begins. Now that you understand the first mistake, let us move to the next part of your morning, because what you do after waking up is just as important, and this is where many people make another common mistake. Now think about this. After several hours of sleep, your body has not received water. Your system has been working quietly, maintaining balance, adjusting functions, keeping everything stable. But during this time, your body becomes slightly dehydrated. Now, when you wake up, your body needs support, especially your circulation. Now, here is something most people do. They wake up, they move quickly into their routine, they go straight to tea or coffee, or they skip hydration completely. Now, imagine that your body is already slightly dehydrated, and instead of helping it, you delay hydration. Now, what happens inside your body? Your blood vessels can become more narrow. Your circulation becomes less efficient. Now your system has to work harder. Now your blood pressure may rise. Now here is the key idea. Morning hydration is not optional, it is essential. Now imagine starting your day with a glass of water, not rushed, not quickly, but slowly. Now your body begins to respond. Now your system starts to balance. Now your circulation improves. Now your blood pressure begins to stabilize. Now here is something very important. The way you drink water matters. Now imagine drinking too fast. Your body cannot respond properly. Now imagine sipping slowly. Now your system adapts. Now your body absorbs it better. Now your circulation improves more effectively. Now let us go deeper, because this is not just about water. It is about giving your body time to adjust, to wake up, to move into balance. Now imagine sitting calmly, taking small sips, allowing your body to respond. Now your system becomes more stable. Now your circulation improves. Now here is something most people miss. They rush everything in the morning, they move quickly, they eat quickly, they drink quickly. Now imagine slowing down. Now your body benefits. Now your system stays balanced. Now your blood pressure becomes more stable. Now let us connect this with what you learned earlier. You wake up slowly. You sit up gently. You stand gradually. Now you hydrate your body. Now your routine becomes stronger. Now your system is supported. Now your body works smoothly. Now here is something very important. After hydration, your breathing also plays a powerful role. Now imagine
this. Your breathing is fast, shallow, uncontrolled.
now your body stays in a slightly stressed state. Now your system remains tense. Now your blood pressure may stay elevated. Now imagine changing that. Now imagine taking slow, controlled breaths. Now your system begins to relax. Now your body moves into a calm state. Now your heart rate stabilizes. Now your circulation improves. Now your blood pressure becomes more balanced. Now here is the key idea. Your breathing is a tool that you can control. Now imagine using it consciously. Now your routine becomes more effective. Now your system responds better. Now let us look at how simple this is. You sit comfortably. You inhale slowly through your nose. You exhale slowly through your mouth. You repeat this rhythm, calm, steady, controlled. Now your body responds. Now your system relaxes. Now your circulation improves. Now here is something very important. You do not need a long routine, just a few minutes. Now imagine adding this to your morning. Now your body adapts. Now your system becomes more stable. Now your blood pressure becomes more controlled. Now let us bring everything together. You wake up slowly. You sit up gradually. You stand gently. You hydrate your body. You breathe slowly. Now your routine supports your system. Now your body starts the day in balance. Now your circulation improves. Now your blood pressure becomes more stable. Now here is something most people do not realize. Your morning sets the tone for your entire day. Now imagine starting your day correctly. Now everything else becomes easier. Now your system stays balanced. Now your body responds better. Now here is the key idea. You do not need complicated routines. You need simple habits that you can repeat every day. Now imagine doing this consistently. Now your body adapts. Now your system improves. Now your health improves over time. Now here is something very important. This is not about being perfect. It is about being consistent. Now imagine doing your best every morning. Now your routine becomes automatic. Now your body benefits. Now your system becomes more stable. Now your blood pressure becomes more balanced. Now take a moment and think about your current morning. Are you rushing? Are you skipping water? Are you ignoring your breathing? Now imagine changing that. Now imagine taking control. Now your routine improves. Now your system improves. Now your body responds. Now your health improves. Now here is the final takeaway. Small changes in the morning create powerful results over time. Now imagine starting tomorrow. Now imagine following this routine. Now your day begins differently. Now your system stays balanced. Now your blood pressure becomes more stable. And that is where real improvement begins. Now let us bring everything together, because by now you understand something very important. Your morning routine is not just a habit, it is a pattern, a system that your body follows every single day. Now think about this. The way you start your morning affects how your body behaves for the rest of the day. Not just for a few minutes, but for hours. Now imagine this. You wake up slowly. You stay calm. You give your body time. Now your system adjusts naturally. Now your circulation becomes stable. Now your body feels balanced. Now you sit up gently. You pause. You allow your system to respond. Now your blood pressure begins to adjust. Now your body prepares for movement. Now you stand up slowly. Now your system is ready. Now everything feels smoother. Now you add hydration. You take small sips of water. You allow your body to absorb it. Now your circulation improves. Now your system becomes more stable. Now your blood pressure becomes more balanced. Now you add breathing, slow controlled breaths. Now your system relaxes. Now your body moves into a calm state. Now your heart rate stabilizes. Now your circulation improves. Now your blood pressure becomes more controlled. Now imagine all of this together. Simple steps, small actions, but powerful when combined. Now your routine becomes strong. Now your body responds. Now your system becomes more stable. Now your blood pressure becomes more balanced. Now here is the key idea. It is not about doing more. It is about doing things correctly. Now imagine repeating this every day. Now it becomes a habit. Now your body adapts. Now your system learns. Now your results become long-term. Now here is something most people miss. They look for quick fixes. They look for instant results, but ignore daily habits. Now imagine focusing on habits. Now your results become consistent. Now your system improves over time. Now your body becomes stronger. Now here is something very important. You do not need perfect conditions. You do not need a perfect routine. You just need consistency. Now imagine doing your best every morning. Now your body responds. Now your system improves. Now your blood pressure becomes more stable. Now your overall health improves. Now take a moment and think about your current routine. Is it helping your body or is it working against it? Now imagine making small changes. Now your routine improves. Now your body responds. Now your system becomes more balanced. Now your day feels different. Now your energy improves. Now your focus improves. Now your health improves. Now here is the key takeaway. Your body is always responding to what you do, to what you repeat, to what you repeat, to what you repeat, to what you repeat. Now your habits. Now imagine supporting your body with simple, consistent actions. Now your system works with you, not against you. Now here is something very important. This is not about fear. It is about awareness. Now imagine understanding your body. Now imagine knowing what to do. Now you are not guessing. Now you are in control. Now your routine becomes stronger. Now your results become more visible. Now your system becomes more stable. Now your blood pressure becomes more balanced. Now your life improves. Now imagine waking up every morning and following a routine that supports your health. Now your body feels better. Now your system feels balanced. Now your day starts with control, not confusion. Now here is the final message. Small habits done daily create real change. Now imagine starting tomorrow. Now imagine following this routine. Now imagine staying consistent. Now your body adapts. Now your system improves. Now your blood pressure becomes more stable. Now your health becomes stronger. Now your life becomes better. Now before you go, ask yourself one simple question. What can I improve tomorrow morning? Because that answer is where real change begins. And once you start, everything begins to shift.